Hello and welcome to Agrarian Skies 2. I'm Allrat28 and today we are cleaning some stuff up. So far this place has been going pretty good. I'm liking the setup I'm starting to get. The main thing that I have against it, and I mentioned this before, is that I have way too much cobblestone everywhere. I need to start using some other building materials. And with that today, what I'm going to do actually is, besides fixing this little farm thing over here, which is not working out for me, I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of the cobblestone, maybe fix this so it actually has an underneath to it instead of just a floating cobblestone slab. Let's go ahead and just, you know what, actually no, we'll leave that coming out where it is right there. Let's take these back. Yeah, the solar power, while yes it does work, without any way of storing the power, because I'm a stupid idiot, it's not actually worth using that way. And this solar flex panel, it's actually really good. These things are actually really good. During the day, they do 32 RF per tick, right? See this, that's a RF windmill over there? That thing only does, I believe, 12 redstone flux per tick. It's, the hardened base that it is 12 redstone flux per tick. And that's at optimal height. This is not optimal height, so I think it's maybe 6 redstone flux per tick right now. And the electrum rotor there just means that you get the full base value. So it's kind of terrible. It's a note to self, do not use ever. So what I've gone ahead and done is just took it into my main power line. I'm going to leave this on here as a supplementary source of power, but for the most part it's not really that useful. Get all of the stuffs back. Alright, good. Okay, let's go ahead and fill this hole back in. Also need to get some torches. Oh, I have some torches. Hooray! So, oh, that's not a torch. That works, though. Oh, and apparently monsters can spawn on top of the RF windmill. That's fantastic. Reason 2, I don't like you. Alright. Oh! Whoa, that's bad. That's bad. I was trying to avoid doing this, but this is looking like it's the only really smart solution, is to just cut up a bunch of glowstone. I know I have a saw. Is it down here? I've yet to move this stuff into my storage drawer system. Okay, I had a saw. I need to make a new one. That is good to know. Truly good to know. You know what, forget it. For now, we'll just go ahead and put the block over there. There we go. Mind you, I'm getting a ton of wheat thanks to this, but it's, I need to expand upon it. You know what, actually, let's go ahead and do that now. I said it was a tin upgrade, right? Yeah, let's do that now. Alright, tin upgrade? No, it's an upgrade, it's just tin. Upgrade tin, there we go. I don't think I have the raw plastic. Can I just use the plastic sheets to make the raw plastic again? Yeah, I can smelt them back to raw plastic. Good. I gotta be honest, I kind of feel like that should be like a shredding recipe, but I understand why it's not, considering that does not exist in Minefactor Reloaded by default. Let's go ahead and make 2 of these. We will need additional ones. Oh, they don't stack. Fantastic. Alright. You know, I better not do that. I'm too low on power. And yes, this thing doesn't actually have a source of power yet. Alright, so this should get the entirety of this pad. Increase radius 2. So here is the default, so I go bam, bam. Yep, we're good. Awesome. Now, this thing here, considering how long it takes a crop to grow, I could run this off of a solar panel like the one we have over there, fine. It would be no issue whatsoever. And it's probably what I'm going to do. The entire garden here is going to be solar powered. Alright, I'm getting distracted, I'm sorry. For some reason, it did not want to plant those saplings until I broke those. That's a little bit odd. The good news is, though, I am actually gaining saplings. For a while, I was afraid I was losing them. Oh, awesome. This thing's putting out. Dirt, sand, dirt. Why aren't you all together? Oh, coarse dirt. Okay. Sand, gravel, clay, soul sand, peat. That's actually fairly awesome. Keep up the good work. We'll be taking some of this, though. So I think what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get started in the basement area in terms of making things not so terrible looking. One of the things I'll need before we do this, though, is a saw. Let's go ahead and go for a diamond saw. We have to make stone rods first, though. No, you can make a manilian saw. Interesting. Glowstone. I do admit this is right around the time where I wish this pack had chisel, because I like the neon glowstone that you can make. Let's make some running lights. Well. Hey, I didn't hit myself. That's great. Okay, so first things first, what I think I want to do is right here is going to be the floor from up above. So what I'm going to do is have like a layer of stuff right below here as the ceiling for this area, which means all this has got to come out, which will work out pretty well, actually. It'll just take a little bit of digging. You know what? I said digging, right? We have a hammer. Oh yeah, this is so much easier. I dare not use that in your pipes. There we go. And we do have some stuff embedded in the ceiling that we are going to go ahead and get rid of. This is going to take a little bit, so I'll tell you what, I will finish knocking this stuff down and I will see you in a moment. Alright, so I know I said I wanted to clean up the basement, but there's actually something that I can do to make this a little bit easier on myself. We're going to be making something... Oops. Stop that, please. I didn't want to actually cast these as ingots. Okay, let's melt those. We're going to be making something from... what is it? It's an exchanger, right? It is basically like the RF version of a Focus of Equal Trade. It's from Ender Tech. It takes a Tesseract, an Eye of Ender, and a Redstone Flux Capacitor. I have most of everything I need to make this already. As a matter of fact, I have a hardened flux capacitor, so I just need to use 2 electrum and a diamond, so that's nothing. And the... Ooh, that's interesting. And the Tesseract frame can actually be made using a smeltery, which is fantastic. Case in point, if I put a block of obsidian in there and cast a little bit of lead on that, it should turn into the hardened glass. It only took half an ingot, it looks like. Okay, good. So I actually melted too much. However, this is really useful not having to make the magma crucible and the, well, just the... It's not actually magma crucible for this, it's the induction furnace. Now I feel like an idiot. It is the induction furnace, right? Induction smelter. Okay, yeah. So close. So wrong, but so close. Okay, so that's good. We're just going to take these over here, dump them in our system, and make a tesseract frame. Alright, we're also going to need some ender pearls, which I don't have in there. That's okay, though. That's okay. We're going to need 4. Seriously, I managed to fall in that one spot where I couldn't jump up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put that back in the casting basin. It looks like it might have a little problem with scale. It's a little bit bigger than what it needs to be. Okay, those guys need to melt up. While that is doing its thing, let's go ahead and get my capacitor here and upgrade it to a redstone capacitor. Dun, 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 dun. That was easy. What else do we need for the exchanger? An Eye of Ender and 2 Electrum. I'm also going to make some bronze. Do I have any bronze in here? I do not have enough, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and get some tin and some copper. Luckily, since there's forestry in here, you can do the really easy recipe. Bam. Alright, so we got that, and we needed... I wish it would stay filtered to what I put it to. Eye of Ender. Okay, good. Now for this, I have to go downstairs. Oops. As you can tell, I've knocked the roof out, and I've been playing around with stone brick. I do want to use stone brick, and I do want to use great wood, but I need to find another material that I can use as well that won't go too horribly wrong with them. So far, it looks like the only other option I really have is going to be clay, since it's the only thing I have in abundance. And of all the clays that I can make, the only thing I can make that is colored in any quantity is going to be white stained clay, which is, it's not bad. It's a nice different color compared to the two of them. I'm just not sure how I'm going to use it. Alright, how are you doing? Okay, resonant ender and pour. In the meantime, we shall turn this into an Eye of Ender. Yeah, the scale on that tesseract frame is a little bit too big. Hello? Casting basin empty. What? Okay, there we go. Alright, tesseract. Okay, we got that, and now we can make an exchanger. Seriously? Did I really use up all the Electrum? I could have sworn I had Electrum over there. Oh well, that's okay. Grab an ingot. Grab an ingot. See, now this is where having the induction smelter would be useful, because I could just put the 2 ingots in and get the 2 ingots out. Whereas here, I'm going to either have to smelt them up in the smeltery, which does work, it takes a little bit of time though, or just do this, which I think is actually a little bit quicker. I suppose this isn't bad. I had one world where I actually turned an entire thing of gold into Electrum by not separating the smeltery before. That was terrible. I felt really bad about that. Alright, so that goes there and Tess. There we go, redstone exchanger. And we gotta go change. We have to go charge this thing. I've not actually used this before, so I'm kind of guessing as to how it works. This will take a ton of power, though, it looks like. Yeah. We're not going to let it charge all the way up. About 500,000 should be enough. This should be starting to drain really quickly. Oh no, I limited its output. Never mind. That was smart. Okay, that's enough. Alright, let's see if this works. And for the sake of testing, I will not be doing this on the ground. I will be moving myself far off onto solid footing. Alright, shift right click. Source, Greatwood slab, radius 3. Now can I change the radius of this? Well, actually let's just try this. Oh, that's awesome! This is the best thing since sliced bread. Did I run out of... I ran out of slabs already. Oh, this is so much easier than what I wanted to do. I was going to tear everything up. Oh, I'm out of wood again. The only downside is I keep forgetting that it's going to give me all these stupid slabs. Luckily, I have more of this great wood than I will ever need. How much power does this thing have left anyway? Oh, it's pretty much tapped out. So, 500,000 redstone flux did this. That's not too spectacular, but to be honest, as useful as this thing is, that just saved me a ton of time. So I think it's worth charging this thing up and using. Let's go ahead and increase the output rate on this. Yeah, that's charging a bit faster now. Power is still holding steady. I think these things do slightly over 400 together. Yeah, maximum output 120 redstone flux per tick. Output 120. Okay, so never mind. This should be dropping pretty soon. I don't know why it's not. Guess it's because it's just turning through the buffer here. Alright, we'll take it from there. I know I'm replacing one repeating pattern with another repeating pattern, but I really like the look of this great wood. We'll kill that off right there. I basically want each thing that is not this main area here to be a separate area, so like this will be a different room, so we're going to be leaving the main area coming to here. Same thing for past the nether portal. Yeah, if you've not made one of these before, I highly recommend it. This is going to change it a little bit too much, but I can fix that later. And we got that stuff back there. Do we run out of wood or run out of power? Wood. Okay, go away slabs. we are making some progress. So bam and la-bam. There we go. So the entire section of this main basement here now has great wood slabs on it. That's pretty nice. So I realized what I want to use the white stained clay for. Ceiling. I think it'll probably be the best bet for that. Just because it'll be a nice, because we're going to have like the dark color floor, the kind of gray walls, and then like a white ceiling to go with it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. That's something that's probably going to have to take a little bit to do though, because I need to charge this thing up to full, just so I can get a full course of action out of it. Let's go ahead and put this back down to 200. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and call it for this episode. I'm actually feeling kind of bad right now. I want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have any suggestions that would actually make this look better, I would appreciate it. Right now, though, goal is great wood slab floors, we're going to have stone brick walls, and the white stained clay ceiling. I think that should look pretty good. We also need to figure out a good form of lighting to this, and since we don't have chisel, my really only recourse is probably going to be glowstone strips. Which is, they're not bad, but they're not my first choice.